All right. Welcome to the Beatles and Scud podcast. This is the first
Yeah,
episode.
baby!
What's up,
Um,
Paul? What's up, Paul?
We'll
Alright.
do this again.
all right. So this is the first episode of the podcast. This is an album review podcast and as well as a discussion podcast about the album. So if you have not seen the album, listen to the album. You should, so you can understand the conversation we're having.
Listen to the Beatles.
What the- No. And so the first part of the podcast, this is gonna be every time we do this, is kind of what we've been up to, and what we've been doing for the
Also,
week.
like,
So
what we've been watching.
so watching and
Listening.
listening. Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna wait. We should introduce ourselves.
Okay, yeah.
All right. So I'm Corbin.
A host.
Yeah.
I'm Mark.
I'm Aidan.
Dude, no, my voice, my recording. Okay, now I'm got full bars. All right, so Mark, you want to start?
Of what I watched? Okay, well...
It doesn't have to be what you watch, Mark. It can just be anything.
Okay, well, I'm trying to think of what I've been watching. So,
Mark, you literally saw a movie today.
yeah, I watched The Lighthouse, which was fucking amazing. 4 out of... Not...
Four
not
out-
4
four
out of 10.
4 out of 10.
10 out of 10. The 4th best movie I've ever seen in my life. It's amazing.
All right.
Behind La La Land.
You know, no, it's not, no. But
Dude,
I've
La La
listened-
Land,
I've been-
La La Land trash.
I've been listening to the Beatles and ELO and Billy Joel.
Okay. All right, so I saw Joker today. Joker was Joker. Okay, Joker was great. 9 out of 10. I didn't have a lot of problems, and one problem I don't really know. I have to see the movie again. Is how obvious the actually spoilers.
Don't worry, I probably won't see it. For
No,
another year.
spoilers because of the viewers. With the
The
fake
girl twist.
the fake girlfriend thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was. I knew about that before I saw the movie, so I don't know if it was
I
well
think it
done.
was still set up really obviously.
I didn't know if it was well done or anything because I just already knew.
My turn.
No, I got one more thing. All right, so one of my favorite artists, Kanye West, dropped an album today. Jesus is King. Listened to that a few times today. I need to listen to it a few more times to truly, grasp if I like it or not. I think I do, but I don't really know. So
How
yeah,
do you like it so far?
what? It's super weird.
How? It's weird.
It's weird because it's something.
Is it preachy? Is it like preachy?
Kind of, but I think it's good, but there's certain parts that I don't like. It's because his other album that he was gonna release, he scrapped it. So then there's parts of that album on here because it leaked or whatever. So it feels weird to hear these parts of the song, like the production or something, used in this thing when it was completely used in a completely different way on the leak.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Yeah. So, all right, Aidan.
Well, I went to this pretty spooky thing. It's called The Haunt. It was actually kind of awful.
Like a haunted house.
Yeah, and
Dude, what would you give it out of 10?
well, I haven't been to any of the others.
Oh yeah, dude. This is your first time.
Yeah, even without that, it was just kind of bad. Basically, what they did was just there were no jump scares. Nothing
Jump
about
scares.
it.
It's a haunted house. It's not like a movie.
No, exactly. There were no jump scares.
What?
There were none.
But it's a haunted house.
You know
What?
You know what they tried to scare us was have people get uncomfortably close to you and just stare at you.
Oh yeah, they did that. They do that all the time.
And there was this one part. It was so bad. I was with a group of people, and we just kind of made a conga line the entire time. There was this part where we were in a maze and it was just pitch black and we couldn't see anything, and there was nobody to direct us, so we just had no idea where we were going. And we ended up getting moshed together with this one group, and it was really confusing and it was just bad.
I went there 2 years ago and there were a lot of jump scares.
Dude,
Yeah, I know, yeah.
2 years
Yep.
ago, When I went, I think it was 2 years ago. I remember, actually no, it was a few years ago. There was this guy. He's like selling masks there or whatever, like in the haunt. He's like, dude, he's like $50 per mask. And he's like, you got the money, dude. And the thing is, I didn't have any. I didn't have money. I'm like, dude, I don't actually have money on me, dude. I can't give you $50 for a mask. I would if I
It's
had
too
money.
expensive for a mask.
And he's like, oh, dude, that sucks. And then, yeah.
Wait, was he in the actual haunted house?
Yeah, it was like that was like part of the thing. He's like selling like masks that were
Oh, so it
supposed.
was fake.
Yeah, it was fake, but I
Oh,
just
that
I
was a
didn't.
real like guy that snuck in there. He's like, "Wanna buy my mask?"
Basically, what happened at the end, guys?
Dude,
I met my
spoilers,
true
spoilers for the haunt, dude. You can't.
Guys, I met my true love. All right, I'll explain it in depth. All right.
Okay.
So basically, what happened was there were. So I was with a group of 5 people, including me, and there were these 2 other girls that were in our grouping, and there was basically really close to the end. There was this one room where they just had 3 doors,
Oh,
and they
yeah,
tried to
they've
separate
had
all
that
of
before.
us.
Oh, yeah, I've had that before.
And basically, we all just kind of stick together. And then one of the girls, or the 2 girls got separated. One of them was like, "Yeah, I got separated," and then she wanted to be a part of our train. And so obviously, I'm last in line, so she grabs my shoulders. And we have this
Whoa.
nice conversation. And then I never got her number. I'm sad, guys.
You actually wanted her number?
Dude, this is some random
No,
girl. Dude,
yeah,
she
I
could be
know.
like, she could be a greasy, she could be some like,
Anthony's greasy grafton, anyways.
dude, nobody even knows what that is. This is a podcast.
Anyway, let's move on. Are we gonna move on to the podcast? I mean, not
Whoa,
what?
that's kind of forced.
What? Do you have anything else to say, Aiden? I mean,
Basically, this whole week I don't know.
dude, I've
Just
been,
sitting
dude,
around
I
and
actually, I
doing
watched the
nothing.
first episode of the Paul Rudd Netflix show.
was that good?
It was really weird. It reminded me of something epic that you made, Mark.
Oh yeah, I was actually the show. I wanted to watch it. Kind of looked interesting, but I don't know.
I watched the first episode. It was interesting. I'm probably gonna watch the rest of the show because it's like
It's a really short show.
it's like 8 episodes and they're all like less than 40 minutes. So I mean, I'll probably just finish
Yeah.
watching it.
Is it funny?
I mean, kind of. I don't know. I don't really. It's really weird, but I mean,
Man.
I think Paul Rudd kind of makes it slightly better, I guess, because he's just kind of that kind of actor.
Isn't that? Do you see? He's like that. Hot Ones is becoming a meme. He's like, look at us. They're like, I didn't think so. Me neither.
What?
You don't know this?
No.
This is awkward.
I'm dying, bro.
Just move on to the album.
Okay. Alright, so the album we listened to is the first Beatles album. First one.
Please me.
Yeah. So, so we're gonna start off with listing kind of our favorite songs or favorite kind of like what are our favorite tracks or what? Yeah.
Mine is Misery.
I agree.
Yeah, I
with-
thought
I agree with
Misery
you.
was pretty good.
I think that my thing with the album is I feel like so the first half of it around is super good. Is like really good.
I kind of disagree.
I really like the beginning and then there's kind of like this middle part. Actually no,
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to explain how I like it. It's like I liked the first
The
like
middle
5
part is
songs.
just kind of a lull, I feel like.
I feel like there's like a 2-song period or something where it just kind of gets and then it kind of gets slightly better towards the end.
This is that's actually so my least favorite song 100% is Boys.
I probably
I-
agree.
So
yeah. My favorite song is probably the first 2, I Saw Her Standing There and Misery.
Anna's pretty good too.
Yeah, like the first, those kind of.
I thought either Misery or A Taste of Honey.
And
I didn't really like A Taste of Honey.
to be honest, I wasn't the biggest fan of it either, but my favorite song, the one I've been listening to a lot of, is Love Me Do.
Oh, I
That
really
one-
did not like that.
I thought that one was. I didn't. I mean, I didn't. It wasn't bad, but
I gave it a 4.8 out of 10. This is exactly what I wrote on my Google Doc. We'll never revisit.
Dang, I really enjoy it. I really like it.
cold, just cold
I think
hearted.
it's catchy.
Personally, I don't think Twist and Shout is a good song, but I've probably heard it like 20 times.
I give it a 5. Twist and Shout. Oh no! I give Twist and Shout a 4.
Okay, so I mean, so I think we should probably go into what our backgrounds for like what type of music tastes to kind
Yeah.
of show. So I'm gonna start. I like a lot of hip hop and kind of like more kind of mainstream, kind of like sort of poppy, but kind of like unique in like a certain way. I typically listen to like if I listen to a hip hop album, it has to have something unique. Like if it's the lyrics, the production, it can't just be something generic. It has to be something actually unique. So like some of my favorite artists is like Tyler the Creator and like Kanye West and stuff.
For real this time.
Bruh, stop. Oh, I have to I'll recommend one of those albums eventually. But it's like I really like a lot of hip hop stuff. So, all right, whoever wants to go next.
Aidan, you can go.
So I am a true Beatles fan.
How are you? What does that mean? You're a true Beatles fan. How many albums have you listened to?
I don't. Corbin, be quiet. I don't listen to music the same way you do. Anyways, I'm not. I don't want to say I'm a true Beatles fan because those people are like. No, I'm not even gonna get into it. Anyways,
Dude, so you're like 70.
Yeah, I listen to my main things I listen to are like the Beatles, Billy Joel, Electric Light Orchestra. I think they're all pretty epic.
Actually, dude, my favorite Beatles song is "Here Comes the Sun." Dude, that's a real classic.
That is how you tell a normie from a true Beatles fan.
But
if you see some random person wearing an Abbey Road shirt, usually they're.
Okay, so one thing I have to add is I've listened to a lot of the Beatles albums. I recently got into them. I'm a more recent fan, I would say.
Yeah.
All right, Mark.
Okay, so I basically have really similar taste to Abe. My favorite like era is kind of like late 60s, 70s. And my favorite are like Beatles, Billy Joel. I like Sufjan Stevens, Aidan, and I love that guy.
Yeah.
I also really like I'm a fan of some musicals. Like Hamilton's a fan favorite.
Yeah, I would say musicals. It depends on like the songs and like the kind of style. I feel like certain musicals
don't like musicals.
I feel like
I really have like a certain like I don't even have like a defined taste. Like sometimes like I'll like vary in genre. Like if you look at my Spotify like downloads, it's like hip hop, really depressing song, like a upbeat song.
Yeah, I have a lot of different. A lot of the hip hop stuff I listen to is very different, like variance wise. It's like.
That is.
And yeah, I kind of have a lot of like really random stuff on here that.
What do you think your guys' favorite song is?
Like of all time?
Yeah, of all time.
Okay, I'll start because I kind of have to explain mine.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
we don't.
So my favorite album, not my favorite album. Sorry, my favorite song is "Through the Wire" by Kanye West, and I know Kanye West is a controversial man, but this song is all about because he's had before his first album he couldn't. He was a good producer and everyone just wanted him to produce stuff, but he just wanted to make music like albums and stuff, and he like a label signed him or whatever to make his album, but it was really just to get his productions and like beats for their label. So since he never got any time to do it, like he would just stay like late at night and like just work. And so one night he was like driving home and he like crashed his car and he had like his entire like mouth like wired essentially shut because like it was such a bad car wreck, and he like he had no idea if he was gonna be able to rap again, and it's like the track that shows that he could still rap, and it kind of just shows that he just persevered through so much hardship to create one of the greatest hip hop records of all time.
Dang.
Yeah.
And Aiden have the same favorite song.
Eleanor Rigby.
Yep.
I mean,
I don't know.
It's not my favorite song, but I can see.
Literally, like the
violin, the lyrics.
the violin, the lyrics, they're all just perfect. Especially the first few lines of Eleanor Rigby, picking up the rice in church.
Oh yeah, the first line,
the first like opening thing is
it just hits
so
you.
Amazing.
Yeah, it hits you. It just hits you out of nowhere, and you're like, whoa.
It's so amazing.
You're like, this isn't like a typical like. This isn't your usual kind of upbeat kind of Beatles kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Speaking of upbeat Beatles stuff, please me.
Okay.
I feel like this. One thing I do have to say, or I actually have to say two things. One, I feel like most of these songs were just kind of the same.
I agree. In some, I agree. Somewhat.
Like some song, like Twist and Shout was kind of unique, but like
the first, I would say the first 3 songs are pretty.
Yeah,
unique.
they're all like I swear, Misery and Anna have the same like music. It's just like sped up or slowed down.
I feel like that was the point though, maybe.
Yeah.
Because
favorite.
What?
Go, you can go.
No, you can go. You go.
Okay, so my thing about this, I realize every single song in this album is about love.
Well, yeah, please me. That makes sense. I mean.
Yeah, but after a while, all the lyrics of all the songs that's kind of meshed together into the same thing.
One thing I kind of have with this album is it just kind of went by, and I was like, it's already done.
And
really
also the second thing I was gonna say is I feel like this album was like, if you notice, every single song is less than 3 minutes.
Yeah, they're really short. And
I feel like they just kind of meant to have some quick, like, catchy love song rather than having like groundbreaking, like a groundbreaking like 3-minute song. And while I don't think that's a bad thing, like their tunes are catchy and good, it's just like, I don't know, it just dragged on as you got through.
I know since you guys are bigger like Beatles fans or whatever, you know a bit more.
Yeah.
Oh wait, keep talking. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay, so Aidan, what was the time when they just started getting really popular? Like I don't actually know.
I'm pretty sure that was.
Was that
this was their first like pretty popular album.
Well, this is their first album.
Well, yeah, as part of the modern group, it's their first album. Like, as if you don't know, there were like a bunch of people in the band before, and they made like a ton of different It was kind of weird. And then in '63, they kind of formed their group that
the definitive Beatles kind of.
Yes, and I kind of feel like they just kind of were popular off the bat, but obviously they were more popular when. I think their most popular time was probably from like maybe 68 to 70.
Yeah, I was just wondering because
I mean, someone might like I don't know all the facts, so someone I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure their prime was 68.
It's very ironic because the only reason why I started listening to a bunch of Beatles albums was I had to like help my grandpa with something, and like he just had Beatles albums playing in the background. Not albums, sorry, songs. And I'm just like, all right, now I need to listen to the album.
Yeah.
Honestly, in my opinion, I think this is my least favorite era of the Beatles.
I don't think so. I mean, I don't think I can pick a least favorite era.
Actually, wait.
I thought this album was kind of bad.
I don't think it's bad, but
I don't think it's bad.
But I don't think it's actually. I don't think it. Let's say, kind of reinvents the wheel or gives me something.
Yeah, exactly. Like I was saying before, they didn't go for like huge revolutionary songs like the Beatles are used to. Like with like they're considered the most revolutionary band in history, and then you just don't see that with this album.
Yeah, but the thing with this band, the thing with this album is that, like I said before, it all kind of just meshes into.
Yeah, I feel like here's what it is. it's an upbeat album that is kind of meant for like some sort of dance or something. It's just like
yeah.
it's
Like
a
most
quick
of the songs, you can like see someone dancing to.
it's like a quick kind of like song where it's like, oh, let's go dance, and then they dance, and then it's done. It's
Yeah.
You know, how about let's go over each individual song?
mm,
How about just a few select?
because I haven't listened. I've listened to this album like 3 times. The only
Fine,
problem
I
is
saw her. Let's listen to like the key ones. I saw her standing there.
okay.
I thought that was one of the better ones. Like,
This is a great lead-in, and it kind of sucks that it doesn't really. The album doesn't really doesn't really reach that point. Like really, I don't think ever again.
I think
Yeah.
Misery is the best song. I think I saw her standing there. I think it's one of the better songs. I gave it a 6.
What?
I thought I gave it a 6.
What? I saw her standing there.
Yeah, and I thought it was like catchy and it like sounded nice and everything. But I thought it had a really nice bridge also.
I just thought it
But
overall was
Well,
just.
I feel like they could have put any of these songs first, and then we would have been like, yeah, that's good. Just
No,
because.
I don't. I disagree. I disagree.
oh, if they put Twist and Shout first, it would have put a sour taste in my mouth.
Which one?
I don't think Twist and Shout is like okay. Twist and Shout is okay. Like it's
think it's
not
one
my
of the worst
favorite,
songs in the album.
but I don't.
So wait, when did it?
dislike
When
it.
did everyone listen to the album? I want to ask.
Like,
I listened for the first time today.
Okay. What about you, Aidan?
like just overall kind of over this week, just here and there.
Okay, so I listened to this album like a while ago, and then I re-listened to it a while ago, like a month or so ago, and then I re-listened to this again on Monday. So it's been like about like 5 days since I've listened to it. So
I think also for this song, what's your least favorite song in the album?
it's one of the middle
I
ones.
think it might be P.S. I Love You.
I don't know. It's one of the middle
I
ones.
like that. That's one of the best.
I didn't really like that one.
It's one of the middle ones. I don't actually know
I
which
like-
one.
Boys is bad. I gave it a 3 out of 10.
That's probably one of those. I don't actually remember though.
I didn't think Boys was awful.
I really don't like it.
I just feel like personally, all of these songs except for kind of the middle gets kind of eh. Please, the actual song, Please, Please Me, I thought was pretty good.
I
I didn't really like that one. The sad thing about this album is that it peaks at the beginning and then just dips.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's something where it's like, dude, this first song just gives you this like kind of like hype. You're like, oh, this is.
Yeah, and then Misery and Anna continue to like bring you like, yes, this is gonna be great, and then
it just
Chains
it starts
and
dropping off.
Boys and
See-
Ask Me Why. It just like, yeah, this is okay, I guess.
You can
and
really
then-
tell it's a debut album.
Yeah,
And this is a
something
good
that's-
this is a good album that got the Beatles. Like this is a good album to get them started. Like,
I would say that this is a pretty good debut album. But like something I have is on
but
my.
this is not something you're gonna see like the '66 or the '68 Beatles making. Like they would not make this. Late.
Dude,
They're great.
Beatles is 67. Just saying.
Like you just like compare early Beatles
Yeah.
to
Yeah, my favorite
later
Beatles album
It is,
compared to
like,
this
it's
one
like you're
is-
listening to two different bands.
Yeah, because no, but another thing about this album is that you could play me a random song from
And you
it,
couldn't,
and I would,
you couldn't like tell what it is, right? That you're gonna say.
unless it's like Twist and Shout.
Or the
Yeah,
first,
Twist and Shout
or
is kinda
the,
like one of
or-
the only unique ones.
or like
Twist
the
and Shout is really loud.
or like
That's
the
why
first, or like the first couple tracks I could probably pick out. But
I
like,
think Anna was my favorite. I gave Anna an 8. I thought that was my favorite one. I really liked it.
I think
Yeah,
you
I
said,
don't-
I thought you said
I
Misery
thought they
was.
had the best lyrics out of all of them.
like I said, it just gets repetitive in the lyrics, and that they're all the same thing. It's either a guy being sad because he doesn't have a girl,
Yeah,
Yeah.
or
or
it's something upbeat.
like I have the blues, or like I'm so happy I have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a song. It's an album all about just like love.
but an album that has some great highs and
Yeah.
really,
Great lows.
really lows.
They're not great lows, bad lows.
Great lows. You got some great lows right here.
Great lows.
In the end, I gave the album a 5 or a 4 out of 10. I can't decide.
Dang, dude, I would probably give it. I probably after discussing because I had different thoughts. I thought it was really good, but now thinking about it, like looking back, I realized, yep, this is how I thought originally, like before I listened to it again.
What would you
But
give it?
I'd probably give it somewhere between like a 6.5 to a 7, probably.
I'd probably only revisit one or two this whole album.
Wait, what?
I would only revisit one or two songs in the whole album.
Yeah, that's the worst part about it is there's only that many songs that you can be like, okay, I know what this song is.
Yeah.
You really
Dude, I don't
miss
even
out.
know what "Ask Me Why" is. What I don't even know what that is. Like
I forgot.
and I've listened.
Maybe it's you. Forgot about that.
See, the problem is there's so many songs that you don't really know what it is. It's like even though you've listened to it, it's like
It's just kind of forgettable.
yeah.
Which is why I gave it like a 5. It's like, I guess.
I mean, I think obviously there's way better ones. Obviously this isn't the best one. This is not.
I will say the Beatles improve.
Yeah, obviously. I mean,
Yes.
have I listened to the second one?
Especially in their lyrics. I thought a lot of this was kind of not. Well,
No,
I guess you
I
could say
didn't-
like.
It's
I
typical.
thought, like,
I kind of
Misery
thought.
and Anna and like just a few of them had pretty good lyrics, but
People say the Beatles, they're so revolutionary, they're crazy. But when if this was the whole Beatles career, they would not be where they're at.
well,
now.
yeah,
wait,
like
so
you said before.
so one thing I have
compare the early Beatles to the late Beatles, and they're two different bands.
there's just like there's a few Beatles albums that I've listened to that end up being kind of there's like one I've listened to that's kind of just ends up being, oh yeah, this is kind of just a typical Beatles album, and that's
Yeah.
kind of
I
what
feel
that
like this one's just kind of
oh yeah, this is, you can tell it's Beatles
it's
by the style, but like it's just like this is just
the thing about it, or I think the thing that made the Beatles so great is how it was like no two songs were the same, and then you
yeah,
don't really see
or like
this with that
later in
album.
their later in their
Yeah,
career.
but you don't see that with this album.
I think typically the albums that are the most generic of theirs are the albums that you listen to and you're like, wait, I have like 3 songs left. What? And then you realize, oh, it's done. And then you're like,
Yeah, you're like, well, all right.
I'm like, and then it just kind of leaves your brain. That's the best way to describe it. This is an album that just leaves your brain.
Like it's not bad, but it's not good, and it's kind of forgettable.
Yo,
But
Mark,
like we said, it's a good album to get them started.
Mark, you got anything to add?
I didn't listen. Honestly, listening to this album was a freaking chore.
I disagree.
I disagree with that too.
I think
disagree
it's
with that as
something
well.
where it's, how long is this? It's 32 minutes. It's something
It's
where
one of
it's
their
so
shortest albums.
it's so short that you can put it on. I'll get into this later when we discuss our process of reviewing and listening to this. But just putting it on, listening to it, I just didn't really mind it. I didn't really think it really was that big of a chore or anything.
Probably never listen to the album again.
I've listened. I'm gonna probably listen to it again.
That's the thing I'm gonna say is I don't think you can do that with music.
Wait, what?
I feel like you just have to revisit it at some point.
No.
Yeah, I think you. I mean, see, that's the thing. I'm gonna talk about Kanye for a minute again. So he has an album called Yeezus, which is one of the most albums that in his fan base, everyone's like, this sucks, this is good. There's like 2 sides of it, and when I first listened to it, I like hated it. I'm like, this is not what I expected. This is like a huge drop. But then as I listened to it over time, or I kept listening to different songs, I enjoyed it more and more. And so I feel like you have to like revisit eventually.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if you just listen to it once or something, or and then you never listen to it again, you just think of that, what if I never listen to this again?
Exactly.
You'll get that, what if, did I really listen to it enough, or did I just listen to it and kind of just leave it off as a whatever thing?
I don't know. I listened to it almost 2.5 times, and I feel like that's too much already.
I don't
Well,
think
then
you can
there you
I
go.
don't think you can listen to any song too much.
I think as soon as you don't want it in your head anymore, I would say probably don't listen to it. I mean,
Obviously, if you think it's an awful song, then
for a
don't listen to
while,
it.
I used to do this thing where I would just listen to kind of like one track, and I kind of had this problem where I would just keep listening to it, and eventually I got to a point where I'm like, I don't really want to listen to the song anymore, and
Okay.
I just kind of just didn't really like it anymore.
On that, I used to have this kind of like, I'm gonna use like one of my favorite songs for example, Piano Man. I I really enjoyed it the first time I heard it, and I kept listening to it, and then I kind of feared that would happen, like what you just
Yeah.
explained, and so I kind of stopped listening to it, and then just my general opinion of it, since I hadn't heard it in a long time, just went down a bit, and then I listened to it again. I'm like, wait a minute, no, this is great.
I have a
So I
couple
feel like
of Green Day songs that I listen to a lot, and now I
like
kind
I
of
feel like while that what you said is true, it can also be like just you have to find like a balance between it.
yeah, I'd say that now I kind of do this thing over the summer since I listened to a bunch of the Kanye stuff. I just for a long time I just listened to I have a playlist of all of his songs, and I just kind of shuffle played it because everything is kind of so different that it's like. And then eventually I kind of got tired, and now I'm kind of in this zone where I don't kind of know what to listen to, but I kind of do.
Does that wrap up our discussion on
I think so.
Yeah.
All right, so next part is kind of our review, kind of like process and like kind of like how
I'll
we
go.
yeah. So you can go because clearly you're doing
Yeah, Mark's got a whole like system on how he does it.
yeah. I really don't. I want to, but I don't.
My system is I listened to the album and I went on Genius and I looked at the lyrics as I listened to it.
Dang.
And after that, I did it like I listened to like almost like I listened to like half the album at
Yeah.
school.
Yeah.
While looking at the lyrics during like study hall, and then at home I listened to the whole album like just sitting at my computer looking at the lyrics,
Yeah.
and then I listened to it again like 20 minutes before the podcast.
Okay. So, essentially, what I do, I work and stuff, and I kind of just have a lot of this time where I can listen to music. So I use that time typically to listen to music because sometimes when I work, I have to like take photos of stuff, so I can just listen to music while I do that. And so I kind of do this thing where I listen to it once, and I'm like, either that's either I'm gonna be like, all right, I gotta listen to this again, or I'm kind of at this point where I'm like, all right, and then I'll come back if I decide to come back to it, or I decide not to come back to it.
Yeah. How I do it is I I listen to it. I'll listen to a song like a few times. And I'll just kind of like I just have to get a grasp of if I like it or not, and just like the lyrics and like the tune of it, and I just take it all in, and then yeah, that's
Yeah, so
yeah,
something
that's
like
pretty much it. No mathematical equation.
so like when I listen to this Jesus is King today, I listened to it once or whatever at work, and then I finished it, and typically it's either I just set it on repeat, or like have it restart or whatever, or I change to something else like a podcast or something, and then I just kind of let it play, and so I could listen to it again. I'm like, all right, before I judge this, I should listen to it again, and then I listen to that again, and I'm like, wait, I'm already done with this. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Dead air, dead air.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of something else I can do. Uh, uh, this is Yo, anyone else
Alright,
have any
well,
ideas? Wait, no, I
that
don't
was
want to. I
a,
don't want to. I don't want to end it.
well, we've hit a natural lull.
I know. Okay, I got an idea. Do you guys have playlists and like
Oh,
what's in them? If you do,
Yeah,
I don't have playlist.
I have a playlist and
yeah, I want you because you have a like just
I
basic
have a
ones.
different. So basically, how Corbin listens to music is he just listens to the albums, and
I
I'm
do have playlists though. That's why I wanted to
yeah,
ask because
but
I have a bunch of them.
basically I'm the complete opposite of that. I just take I just find songs that I think are gonna be good, and I just I'll just search up the band or something, and if I see a song, I'll listen to it, and that's how it that's how it happens, and yeah, I feel like um I listen. I have, and then after I've listened to a lot of those songs a lot of times, I'll go back to the band and add more songs to the playlist that are from that band that I think are good or might be good, and it just or the playlist just keeps growing as they go
Yeah, I
on.
kind of used to do that a lot. I kind of hit a point
I know
where
what I do.
I don't really do that as much,
Like
but
my Beatles playlist, for example, started with all the the most
normie,
popular songs, and now I
normie.
think it's got over 20 songs in it. Maybe
So
over 30.
So my playlist it ranges. So I have a couple of like local file kind of stuff. So I have the Kanye West Yandi leak and stuff. I got what else do I got? I got like a playlist because I used to listen to a lot of Logic. That is just kind of songs I liked from him. I got I got this playlist that when I first had Spotify. With you guys all have Spotify, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Mark, you have premium, right?
No, I just have
Uh,
I
Okay, so when I used to have the regular one, I used to listen to a lot of stuff on my phone or
Wait, you have
whatever.
premium?
Yeah, I have premium.
Oh, all premium members are got sent a Google Home for free.
But I'm on the family plan with my family, so I don't think we actually get it. Okay, you got a response to that, Mark? I thought.
Oh, I just said oh.
Oh, okay. So I used to have a playlist that just had songs I liked called Best Music. It's kind of eh. I got I got the random playlist where it's songs that I like, but the problem is it's not from like a specific album. Like I have the album saved or anything. Do you guys ever have that where there's like a song you like, but the problem is it's like, oh shoot, I don't really listen to the album, so I don't really know what to do with
Yeah.
this song. So that's what I have with some songs.
You just save it.
The problem is it doesn't save to just albums. I just have it in a playlist. So
Oh,
then
I don't make any playlists. I just download songs.
I have because I really like classic rap as well, kind of like early, like late '90s, kind of like Tupac and that kind of stuff. And so I have a playlist of that. Uh, and probably my greatest playlist is the classics playlist, which is a lot of '80s, '90s, '70s, and stuff. Which is been I've been working on for a long time. It's like a 7 hour long playlist that I can just kind of click if I want to listen to that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Alright, so does anyone else have any other thoughts or anything? Because I'll introduce the next album for next class. Not next class.
Class, dude, what are you, teacher?
Yeah, dude, I'm a teacher. Next episode.
Wait, is the next album in line Hard Day's Night or Beatles for Sale?
Neither.
What? What's the next in line?
It's with the Beatles.
Oh, okay, I see. It came out.
Oh wait.
Dang, they release multiple albums per year.
Yeah.
Wait.
Oh, yeah, their albums were really short.
Well, okay, so with the Beatles, I don't think I've listened to it. The one after that I have, so I can't wait for a Hard Day's Night because I want to hear everyone else's thoughts on that. But so I don't know if it's next week or 2 weeks from now. Who knows?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Wait,
it's
hang on.
what do you? Don't you have them saved? Don't you have all the albums saved like me?
Oh,
What? Why wouldn't you,
to their profile.
bro?
Okay. Is
Okay, so it's with the Beatles. All right.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna be next week. It probably will be because this is when.
basically all their albums are like 13 or 14 songs.
What?
Yeah.
Basically all their albums are like 13, 14 songs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, with the Beatles. Yeah. So that was the Beatles and
Oh god, I really want to get out of this phase of the Beatles and get to Help already.
Help.
just
I
saying,
need-
dude. Hard Day's Night. A Hard Day's Night is good. It's,
Yeah, well, we're doing with
No, I just feel like it just right away it's better. It gets better after this right away.
Yeah, it is. It will. I think it will. At least I haven't listened to Will with the Beatles. Sorry, it's been this has been the Beatles and Scud podcast. Scud, not Stud. I misspoke. All right.
Yeah. Jeez.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.